Yeah, you see that right there? It's manual, baby. Champ. Kidney shot. Come on.
Jake Paul can come 15-20% in regards to Anthony Joshua. He's a completely different specimen. Look, you'll see what it looks like when they stand next to each other.
If you are the guy that stands in between 6'6", 250-pound Anthony Joshua and $200 million,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna lose to you on purpose.
I don't want to be that guy.
Breaking. What happened inside that private London gym shocked everyone. Anthony Joshua didn't respond to Jake Paul with tweets or trash talk. He walked into the ring and sparred 3 massive heavyweights at the same time. What followed looked less like training and more like a controlled demolition. Joshua dominated every second, slipping punches, cracking jaws, and dropping one man with a single brutal shot. It was a message carved in violence. Anyone who disrespects him, anyone who dares touch his legacy, will meet consequences that echo long after the camera stopped rolling. And this was only the beginning. In a move that sent ripples across the global fight world, Turki Al-Sheikh, one of the most powerful figures in Middle Eastern sports, publicly threw his weight behind Anthony Joshua. That endorsement alone was enough to shift the tone from fun YouTube fight to global spectacle. When Joshua steps into the ring with Jake Paul, it won't just be a win. It will be a dismantling, a cold, calculated destruction of Jake's inflated confidence. And everyone backing Joshua knows it. But the real shock came when the behind-the-scenes footage leaked.
Joshua, if he destroy him, it will be good for me. The headache of Jake Paul will go from my mind.
Eddie Hearn didn't sugarcoat a thing. Joshua's recent sparring isn't just impressive. It exposes a massive, terrifying gap between him and Jake Paul. Watching AJ manhandle heavier, stronger, more seasoned men makes one thing crystal clear. Jake's tricks won't save him. Joshua's sparring doesn't look like practice, it looks like punishment. It's a warning shot at full volume, showing he's prepared for a level of violence and technical mastery Jake Paul has never even witnessed. And the scary part? Joshua isn't even at full throttle yet.
Got that many people around him that I wouldn't be surprised if he thinks he's got a chance against Anthony Joshua. You know, Jake, I watched him, Jake. You'll knock him out. Yeah. It's like, you know, but, you know, there's a difference between fighting Gervonta Davis, even Canelo Alvarez, and then fighting AJ.
The conversation around this fight took a sharp turn when insiders revealed the truth. While Jake Paul has been fighting smaller, hand-picked opponents, Anthony Joshua has been engulfed in full-scale war with elite heavyweights. The footage shows Joshua sparring with multiple giants, walking through fire, controlling chaos, smashing through resistance. It exposes a brutal contrast. Jake Paul is trying to climb a mountain he doesn't understand, while Joshua has been training in an avalanche. And once the real training camp details surfaced, everything changed.
The fight was fixed.
Well, Jake Paul was supposed to fight Gervonta.
Now he's fighting, what's his name?
Anthony Joshua.
If Anthony Joshua loses this, the fight was fixed. Because now he's fighting a real fighter.
I'm surprised he's taking this fight.
Well, I think he's tired of people saying he's not legitimate.
Well, I mean,
and the
he's
whole
been
thing
fighting non-legitimate people.
Right, so
yeah.
the whole critique has been, you want to be considered legitimate? Fight somebody legitimate.
Right, because even the Gervonta fight I thought was not legitimate, because the weight class was so different.
Right.
Now, Gervonta's a beast in his weight class.
But you're
fighting someone way bigger.
That'd be like me fighting Gary Coleman.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back when he broke down Joshua's recent sparring clips. He said Joshua's power looks career-ending, and the video proves it. One punch changes the entire tempo of the room. One clean shot forces giants backward like they've been hit by a truck. Joshua moves like a predator, measured, aware, lethal. Against Jake Paul, That kind of force isn't just an advantage, it's a nightmare. No trick shots, no lucky overhands. Nothing Jake does online translates in a room where Joshua makes monsters fold. And the real terror is how calm AJ looks while doing it.
Problems. That guy, he just has to touch you once.
Shit's going down.
He's so different than anybody else in the division. Like, he knocks everybody out. Everybody hits hard. They all hit hard.
But he
that
putting shit
fucking
down.
dude hits hard.
Joshua's heavy sparring has taken a darker, more violent turn. Comments from trainers about broken faces and hard rounds only reveal the truth. Joshua isn't preparing for entertainment. He's sharpening himself for destruction. He's sparring men who outweigh Jake Paul by 50, 60, even 80 pounds. Men who hit like machines and still dominating. Jake, meanwhile, has never faced this level of physical brutality, never felt this kind of pressure, never dealt with someone whose power could shut the lights off instantly. And the leaked audio from the gym proves it gets even scarier.
Heavyweight pro bout, 10-ounce gloves. AJ talking about breaking internets over faces. I think he meant to say breaking his face on the internet. Who knows? Maybe you can do both in the big 2025. But then you have the weight limit, 245 pounds, and people are automatically going to go, oh God, here's the thing.
Jake Paul can hype himself all he wants, but the illusion cracks the moment you compare him to Anthony Joshua's training reality. Joshua is sparring giants, multiple at a time, absorbing pressure, delivering punishment, and making elite heavyweights retreat. Meanwhile, Jake is telling laser tag stories on podcasts. The difference is almost comedic, if it weren't so dangerous. No sneaky tricks or YouTube tactics are going to help when Joshua turns the ring into a battlefield. And the moment the real sparring clip hit social media, Jake's confidence evaporated.
I can't believe how tall he is. My eyes were kind of going into his nipples and stuff.
You say this is the biggest upset that's going to be in boxing history, right up there with 42-1 with Buster Douglas.
Yep. And that's because I'm tricky. I'm sneaky and I'm fast. You know, I beat him in laser tag when we first met in Dubai. He didn't see me coming. I was popping around the corners, shooting him non-stop, eliminated him multiple times. I'm bringing that same energy here. First round.
When Turki Al-Sheikh stepped in and praised Joshua publicly, it wasn't just support. It was a global signal. The boxing world knows what Jake Paul refuses to admit. Joshua isn't just prepared, he's evolving. Sharper, stronger, more tactical. Sparring multiple heavyweights has turned him into a precision machine, ready to break down any opponent who steps in front of him. Jake Paul walking into that ring with nothing but bravado is like stepping into a hurricane armed with a paper umbrella. And Joshua's final training montage, it erased any remaining doubt.
Right? I thought you wanted 50-50. In this situation, I wanted 99-1. Jack Paul.
Duke McKenzie summed it up in one chilling sentence. Jake Paul is walking into a storm he cannot survive. Joshua's heavy sparring shows a level of devastation that Jake has never experienced. The power is different. The timing is different. The pressure is suffocating. One clean Joshua shot could end the night or the career. And the scary part is that the footage doesn't show Joshua struggling. It shows him enjoying the challenge. And when the final clip surfaced, even Jake's fans went quiet.
It'll be the easiest fight of his career. If he wants to get 100 million and not even break sweat, you know, you take the fight. Is it going to enhance his stock as the world's #1 contender? Not at all, because nobody's going to take Jake Paul seriously. But on the other hand, I don't even want to play devil's advocate. What if Joshua seriously hurts this guy, and puts this guy in?
Dana White's reaction said everything. Shock, disbelief, and a quiet acknowledgement that Jake Paul is playing with fire. Joshua's sparring looks like preparation for war. Real fighters, real danger, real violence. Jake, meanwhile, is still chasing spectacle. But inside Joshua's camp, there's no spectacle. Only cold discipline. Precise shots, brutal control, total dominance. Anyone who's seen the footage knows the truth. This fight isn't competitive, it's a lesson. And the moment Dana saw the uncut version, his expression changed completely.
Oh, Jesus. That's a fucking bad idea. That's a bad idea. But let me tell you what, a lot of people will watch that one.
Will you watch it?
Sure. You know what everybody's tuning in for on that one. I think everybody's going to get what they've finally been waiting for.
Michael Bisping put it plainly. Anthony Joshua is operating in a different universe. While Jake Paul has never faced true heavyweight chaos, Joshua is thriving in it, sparring men who tower over him, testing his limits, pushing past them, and coming back stronger. Jake keeps trying to claim legitimacy, but Joshua is out there proving it. Every day, every round, every brutal exchange. The risk for Jake isn't losing, it's being exposed. And when Bisping reviewed the footage live, even he looked shocked.
He was man enough. He was willing to test himself. He would prove everyone wrong, all his critics, like me. By the way, I'm not like out there on an island by myself. Everyone says the same thing. And he would potentially prove all of those critics wrong. Well, yeah, he would, maybe, unless there's some funny business, right? And for Anthony Joshua, as I said, this is kind of a lose-lose, right? Because if he wins, people are still going to say, well, you only beat Jake Paul, right? The man that lost to Tommy Fury, after all, right? That's the only loss in his record, Tommy Fury. You're telling me that Tommy Fury's going to beat him and then Anthony Joshua's not going to beat him? So if he beats him, he gets no credit. And if he loses, then holy can you imagine? That would be the biggest downfall of any boxer's career.
Joshua's latest sparring camps reveal a man obsessed with perfection. He's training with massive opponents, forcing himself into deep waters, sharpening every angle of his game. This isn't preparation for a YouTuber. This is preparation for war. Joshua is refining power, discipline, timing, everything that makes him one of the most dangerous heavyweights alive. Meanwhile, Jake Paul is still playing with gimmicks and social media hype. The contrast is brutal. Joshua isn't preparing for Jake Paul. He's preparing to erase him. And once the final clip leaked, the entire narrative flipped overnight.